All right, now before we can really move on and start to build a true financial forecast for our business, one of the things we need to understand is how much of any given item have we sold before? Now, of course, the past is not always a perfect indicator of what our future will be, but it also provides us really good information because what we want to be doing are making educated guesses about what we can generate in the coming year, as opposed to pulling a number out of your hat and just guessing and throwing it in the wind and being like, yeah, that's what I'll do. Because that's definitely a recipe for not hitting your target. So, for those of you who have been in operation for a year or more, you're going to have some historical data to pull from. And that is the next step in this process. I want you to take some time to go back and look at your numbers over the course of the past year or 2 years and look and see how many of each one of these things you actually sold. So let's say you discover in looking at your past numbers in web design, 3 pages, you sold 10, maybe you sold 5, and maybe you had 1 custom. Cool. That's all we really want to populate here. Now, one of the things you may have added, and I've got this note here at the bottom of the sheet, is you may have also put some things that you don't currently sell on here. And of course, if that's the case, how many you sold last year is going to be a big whopping 0. Cool. We need this information, because it gives us a better way to make an educated guess about what we can generate in our businesses moving forward. Now, I will say, for those of you who are running QuickBooks or some other form of a bookkeeping tool, this is going to be pretty easy to find these numbers. And if you're not yet using one of those tools, I would of course encourage you to do it, because it makes it so easy at the drop of a hat to be able to see what you've sold, how much money it's generated for your business at any given moment in time. And that's really powerful information. But this is what I want to say. If you can't find these numbers, I don't want you to freak out, but I do want you to have some sense of what's there, because as we move into this next piece of the process, we're going to be building a financial forecast, and you're going to be making some assumptions about how much of any one thing you can sell. Our past numbers do provide really great information, but of course they are not the only way we will make those decisions, and we'll talk all about that in the next video. But for now, take some time, go do a little research on last year's numbers, look at the year prior, try to get a sense of what you think really was your number, and we'll go from there. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.